What up, fam? And like you, I've been watching the progress of this monkeypox and this bird flu, and I see it as the next pandemic. And let's just take a look at what they're talking about.
The situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern.
A sharp rise in Mpox cases across multiple African nations has led the World Health Organization to declare a global health emergency. The outbreak, originating in the Democratic Republic of Congo, has now spread across neighboring countries that were previously unaffected. The African CDC also declared Mpox a public health emergency. With over 15,600 infections and 537 deaths in the DRC this year, children have...
We're going to stop right there. We hear all the numbers, we hear all the codings. And the last one they left us with was the 3 sevens, the hoax code. But let's keep listening.
Been particularly affected, raising significant concern.
This is not just an African issue. Mpox is the global threat, and it is in...
And that's what we need to pay attention to, because they want to remind us that it's just not in one section. It's a global case that we all need to be aware of. At first, we didn't need to be aware. We didn't need to be alarmed. It was in the monkeys. But now, it's global. And now we have to think about it as a human thing. And it started in Africa. And they're showing us now of them with them lumps and bumps. And we have all of these outbreaking news. You know, I'm watching. I don't watch the news, but I'm catching up right now real quick with a couple of videos that date back from 3 weeks up to 3 days ago. So let's continue.
This moment of vulnerability that we must find our greatest strength.
What is Mpox? Mpox is a viral disease caused by the monkeypox virus, first identified in 1950.
First, Mpox is a viral disease caused by the monkeypox virus. And up until 2 seconds ago, we never heard of a monkeypox. But now it's a viral disease caused by this monkeypox. So let's keep listening.
And endemic to Central and West Africa. It presents with a skin rash and flu-like symptoms such as fever, sore throat, and headaches. The rash...
So the monkeypox is a rash that only other symptoms other than the rash is the symptoms of a common cold, the coronavirus, which is the medical term for a common cold. Monkeypox is just the common cold with a rash. Okay, let's keep listening.
Progresses through various stages, leading to pustules that eventually dry and fall off. Transmission occurs through direct contact with infected persons or contaminated materials. Most people recover within 2 to 4 weeks, though the illness can be more severe in children, pregnant women, and immunocompromised individuals. While no specific treatment exists, symptoms are managed with pain.
Okay, so it's more likely to be a problem with pregnant women and children. Okay, I'm listening. Let me rewind a bit. Let me rewind just a teeny bit. Okay, go ahead.
While no specific treatment exists, symptoms are managed with pain relief.
And now, no specific treatment for the monkeypox exists, but they have pain medication for the sickness that is coronavirus with a rash. I'm just listening.
And antibiotics. And antiviral drugs are being explored for severe cases.
Okay.
In fact, if you look at the period, the most recent period, the number of cases in Africa is more than triple what it was when the feat was declared in 2022.
Why?
Okay, so this monkeypox came out in 2022. Okay. in Africa, and they have nothing to cure it, but they are giving them antivirals, antibiotics, and pain medication. Okay, I'm just trying to keep up.
Is this outbreak alarming?
Yes.
The outbreak is driven by a new variant, Clade 1b.
First of all, I'm done right there. It already has a variant? It has a variant. It came out in the 2023, and now it's an outbreak of global expectations because of the variant. Okay, let's keep listening.
Which spreads more rapidly and includes transmission through sexual contact. WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus.
And it spreads through sexual contact. So this not only spreads through being some type of sickness that is mimicking coronavirus, the common cold, and has a rash, but also can be spread through a sexual contact. Okay.
Warns that this outbreak is more widespread than previous ones, moving beyond isolated family clusters and crossing borders at an alarming rate.
So it's moving past you being isolated. Okay, all right.
The detection and rapid spread of a new clade of Mpox in eastern DRC, its detection in neighboring countries that had not previously reported Mpox, and the potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying. It's clear that a coordinated
the spread not only in Africa but also beyond, meaning global. That's what they mean by beyond. Global meaning everyone. Okay.
international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives.
Okay.
What are the implications for Australia? Although no cases from this outbreak have been reported outside Africa, Australian health authorities are on high alert. Experts warn that as the virus evolves and becomes more transmissible, the risk of a pandemic...
Okay, first of all, the virus is evolving, and that right there sends panic. The virus is evolving. It has already, the monkeypox has already mutated to a variant, but that virus itself, I guess, is evolving. So they want us to be aware of that in global and beyond. Okay.
Pandemic grows. Mpox poses the greatest threat in regions with limited healthcare. But as the virus changes, every country faces potential risk. Vaccines are key to controlling Mpox, but access in...
And that's the main thing that they want you to know, that vaccines are key to controlling Mpox. Okay. And I just want to say that I haven't seen vaccines be key in controlling anything, starting with the original vaccine that they came out for the coronavirus, the common cold, that they switched to the COVID. And I remember, everybody was supposed to take the one shot that was going to cure the common cold, coronavirus. Then they changed the name to COVID because they figured out you were smart enough to look into the American Medical Dictionary and find out that the medical term for common cold was coronavirus. So then they came up with the COVID. And then they came up with that vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine that was supposed to cure you from COVID, previously coronavirus, aka the common cold. And now they're telling you now they need vaccines for the monkeypox. Okay. Just trying to keep up. All right.
Africa remains a major challenge. The African CDC reports only 200,000 doses are available, far short of the 10 million needed.
And when they tell me about these lack of vaccines in Africa and especially in Africa. So this is my thought, because Bill Gates has been on the news ever since I ever heard of a Bill Gates, and all Bill Gates has ever been doing is been sending vaccines to Africa. And I don't understand how anything could outbreak in Africa, especially when they have not done anything since I have had an understanding, like I said, of Bill Gates, and what Bill Gates does is send vaccines to Africa. No food, no irrigation, nothing else, but those vaccines seem to get there clearly and safely, and they're proud of it. They have all type of shows and everything to show you about how all of the vaccines are getting to Africa until the monkeypox. So let's continue. They need more vaccines now. And I'm going to remind folks about the original vaccine that they had for the coronavirus that mutated into the COVID. And then they mutated a vaccine into the COVID-19 vaccine. And they gave that to everyone to stop that. And it has not stopped anything because they come up with the variant in the mutations. But this right here is really what boggles me, is that even though when they come up with the variants and the mutations, what they offer you is the same vaccine that has not done anything to the original cause for the vaccine or the variants or the mutations, but they offer you the same vaccine for the variants and the mutations. And if I sound ridiculous, that's how it sounds to me as well. They offer you the same vaccine for the same thing that can mutate and all of this other stuff, but it's not curing nothing. And in the meantime, when they come up with these outbreaks, this global pandemic, they offer you the same vaccine that has not cured nothing since they've been giving you the vaccine. And all it has done from my sight here on Earth is debilitate, disable, and disconnect the humans. Okay, let's continue.
To address this, the WHO has fast-tracked approval for 2 Mpox vaccines to improve access.
And there you go. The WHO, which as soon as you hear WHO and FDC, what is it now? FDA? Yes. As soon as you hear both of them, you need to be like, no, 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 and no. Okay? Because the WHO and the FDA and whoever else, all these other initials they're coming up with, these were the same initials that were broadcasted in front of us during the first pandemic. And these initials, WHO, that one, declared that the original vaccine was supposed to cure whatever had outbroke at that time. And now they're here again, and they're telling you they have developed 2 more vaccines to stop this right here. But we're over here like, no vaccines that you have ever made, WHO, and approved, FDA, has stopped anything. And then when it don't stop anything, all you guys say is y'all have developed more vaccines. And then y'all tell us in the same breath, while y'all developing all these new vaccines to stop these things, that they have variants and mutations. So all I'm hearing is get shots that are not going to do anything, but keep getting the shots because they promise you that it will do something. Even though after you take all of those shots, then they tell you again a new outbreak will occur with a variant and a mutation, and they have more vaccines for that. But they're sorry because they didn't know that the variants and the mutations were not going to be responding to these vaccines that they have tested and put out on the people. Okay, I'm just listening. Okay, let's go.
Especially in lower income countries.
Okay.
Australia is closely monitoring the situation, and global cooperation will be crucial to controlling the outbreak, ensuring vaccine distribution, effective treatments, and strong public health measures.
And there's all these lights right here representing where all of the vaccines are going, because I'm not understanding, because y'all couldn't get the vaccines to the original on-site of the outbreak. Y'all couldn't do that. But now that y'all have made the cure for the mutating variants, now y'all can show me lights where y'all can send these vaccines out all over the world. Everywhere. okay? And they can get to everybody. But the original outbreak that y'all could have stopped, but the so-called cure that y'all providing now, y'all couldn't get that out. Y'all couldn't develop that. Y'all couldn't stop it. So now it's having an outbreak, and now y'all have 2 doses of shots, vaccines that by these lights can go every damn where. Okay. All right. So that was, like I said, 3 weeks ago, and I'm just monitoring what they're showing us. All right.
The World Health Organization has declared that a fast-spreading new variant of the highly infectious disease Mpox is a global health emergency. It's the second time in 2 years it's been declared as such. The continent's leading health body, the Africa Centers...
Okay, this is the second time in 2 years that this have been made a global emergency something, and the second time in 2 years, and y'all was not able to stop nothing. But now after 2 years, even though y'all couldn't distribute nothing to nobody, even during y'all studies when y'all found out, we found the 2 shots that's gonna stop everything, y'all not gonna go stop where it started at. But instead now, y'all couldn't stop nothing, send nothing, or do nothing. But now y'all have 2 shots that can stop everything, and y'all able to transport them everywhere. Okay, all right.
Or Disease Control had already warned it could spiral out of control unless measures are put in place to limit its spread. Here's the Director General of the WHO making the announcement.
Today, the emergency committee met and advised me that, in its view, the situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern.
Okay, this is the same statement we heard this one say before. So let's go ahead and go past that a little bit because we're not slow. All right.
Can declare it's on a par with what they did during the COVID pandemic, for example. Viewers might think back to those rather troubling days. This follows hard on the heels of a similar declaration by Africa's Centre for Disease Control yesterday, which declared this a public health emergency that was continent-wide. Now, the World Health Organization's panel of experts has advised the Director General, as you were saying, that actually this is something that the international community really needs to be aware of. What it is
I don't know what kind of emergency is going on where the whole world needs to be aware of everything. When I look behind him and 2 people just walking on by like nothing going on, and everybody who's supposed to be in those seats while we having this global emergency, whoever's supposed to be in those seats behind him is empty. Don't look like they worried about a global emergency or nothing. I don't see nothing. Okay, all right. Oh, but they're going to show us some more people with the rash. Okay, let's go.
It's a call to arms, really, to try and mobilise not just medical resources, but political resources as well. So the WHO have said they're already on the ground, they are training staff, they are working on vaccines and treatments, they are in position on the ground, but really it's trying to mobilise resources, both financial, political, medical, to try and stop what...
Financial, political, and medical. Okay. And that's our main concern to an outbreak of something that can take the people out. We worried about financial, medical, and whatever else. What? Okay, okay, all right.
Stop the spread of this virus. It's already, as you were saying in your introduction, it's endemic in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and the vast majority of cases so far this year have been in the DRC, but it's also spread to 15 other countries in Africa.
And that's what they want you to know, it's spreading. It's spreading, even though they have discovered it for 2 years, and they've been monitoring it for 2 years, but all of a sudden now they have found the cure yet again. Because of all of my years living here on Earth, when they declared that they had found the cure for the common cold, also known as coronavirus, aka changed to the COVID, I was sitting back like, what? And now it's like a repeat. This is what frustrates me when I deal with other humans that go along with this is they do not stop showing you the repetition. How they come with the same fuckery, give you the same shit, give you the same treatments, and nothing. All we see on the outside, the ones that are not taking none of this bullshit or their injections, is the same reactions. You guys falling over, dying, bubbling up, whatever the fuck, being disabled, and more so, dying. And the main reasons why you guys are running to get these shots is because you don't want to die. Because they're scared you to death that you're going to die. And then they tell you that they got the cure that's going to save you from dying. And then, I don't know where you've been, but all we see from these shots are people dying, being disabled, dying. The same reason why you're running, because they're playing on your fear of dying. Okay, let's keep listening here, because we got them.
Concern is that it could spread beyond there too.
Okay.
So the WHO will want, obviously, assistance from other countries. What does this mean for countries outside Africa as they consider what this might mean for them?
Well, it will mean that, for example, countries in Europe, for example, or the United States, in North and South America, they will ramp up their monitoring of cases. They'll be on extra high alert to see if any of these cases are present in their country. Because of the nature of Mpox, it can sometimes be look a little bit like chickenpox, for example. When you have those blisters, it starts.
And there you go. Thank you. Chickenpox. So we all familiar with the chickenpox. So there you go. Whatever the fucking chickenpox is and how they can recreate that, and we're more familiar with chickenpox, but we'll forget about that. And now that has mutated into the monkeypox. So when we see an outbreak of the chickenpox, something that didn't alarm us, didn't scare us, we used calamine lotion, chilled on out, and it went away because something they was doing, experimenting on us, and caused that in the first place. But now, since we have this global pandemic, this global awareness, the WHO has told us, so that's what the monkeypox basically is. It's the chickenpox that I guess they throwing back out on the people. You know what I'm saying? I guess they're throwing it back out on the people, and we're going to see reactions of that. And the reason why they say it's going to be for the younger people, because we already know what we've learned through having things in our bodies, those of us bodies that are not compromised in our immune systems, not to the level of that shot, will be able to not catch that. And we know that children are the ones that have been catching the chickenpox, okay, and spreading them. And that's why I think they're targeting the children with this, because it's nothing more than chickenpox. That they've titled it monkeypox because I guess they want to laugh at the dumb people. And that's the only reason why I can understand that right there. But this to me is chickenpox. And whatever in the hell, when they made chickenpox, they're just throwing it back out there. Okay? And of course, it's going to hit the babies. They're going to be the most ones affected by the chickenpox. And then those that never had the chickenpox, they'll get it too. But if your immune system is not compromised, you'll get over it. I caught the chickenpox at 27. I was over 25 years old, okay, when I caught the chickenpox. It was hellacious, but I caught it. It attacked me right in my damn face. It looked just like this Mpox, okay? I chilled out, took some cocoa butter, rubbed all over my damn face. I felt horrible. It was itchy. I got over it. Y'all see me. I'm fine. Just like when I ever got a cold. I got a cold and I was fine. So, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at what the hell is they using? What the hell is this? And that's what this seems to be to me, is a chickenpox. What we know as a chickenpox And they're going to go ahead and throw that back out on the people. And so when we see the chickenpox rise up again in the children, it's not going to be called chickenpox no more. It's monkeypox now. And you got to lock down and be scared because you're going to die. But they have 2 or 3 more shots to give your children for that. I didn't get no damn shots when I caught the chickenpox. They wanted to give me a shot for something called, I forgot what it is. They say when older people get chickenpox or shingles or some shit like that, they was telling me about what they can do for that and all that type of shit there. And I was like, thank you very much for the information. And went on home and got me some damn cocoa butter and calamine lotion. But I'm just saying, they're not using nothing new. They're using the same shit that they've always had to attack the people. And now we have those that brains are melting because they've already been shot up to the point of they have no understanding and they're robotic now. Portals, that's what I call them. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But they're going to throw the chickenpox back, a.k.a. now renamed the monkeypox, and cause the whole world to go crazy. All right, let's keep listening.
It's sort of flu-like symptoms, but within 1 to 5 days,
and everything is going to have a flu-like symptom because now our weather is changing. We're going over from the summer to the fall, and the weather is changing, and they're dropping the temperatures drastically. Because I'm here on Earth, so I know we just went through a heat wave like 3 weeks in a row, and now here in this week, temperatures are dropping. Everything is freezing. It's colder. Of course, that's going to cause flu-like symptoms. And there you go. As soon as somebody starts sneezing or coughing or nose running, oh, monkeypox. Just like they did you with... Okay.
you can develop these blisters on the skin, and that can sometimes be mistaken for chickenpox. So testing and making sure that those cases are identified quickly will be happening. But also then there's this sort of marshalling of resources to try and get the international community to donate not just medical resources but money too, because the WHO says they've got a pot of about $13 million, but they clearly are going to need more than that if they're going to take serious action on the ground.
The situation...
Okay, first of all, I'm mad at y'all want the people to donate money. Why do y'all want the people... Why we gotta donate money to anything the fuck y'all doing? I mean, like, y'all been studying shit. Y'all got a whole building set up to do y'all experiments and everything, where y'all funded by every damn body. Why in the fuck do the people got to give y'all some damn money? Okay? And like I said, I'm glad they brought up the chicken pox, because that's what the fuck I thought as soon as I seen these bumps and lumps. I was like, that shit looked like chicken pox. Okay? I caught chicken pox from my oldest son. That's how I developed it at that age. I told you guys I was older. You know, I never had it. And I thought I had it before, but I found out I didn't when I got it from my oldest son. And he was a baby. So that's when the fuck this is right here. Monkeypox is nothing more than fucking chickenpox. And none of us died and had no bad problems from the chickenpox. Okay? So I want to remind y'all of that. It's nothing more than the fucking chickenpox. And our bodies healed over that shit. Calamine lotion, some baths. Hey. And we still here today. Just like we all had the common fucking cold. We coughed, we sneezed, we had the flu before. We're good, and we got over it. That's it. But they take the regular shit that they already gave us, repetitiousness, and then use that to scare us. Okay? I'm just saying. All right. Let's check out this right here. Hold on. Now they're at the correctional facilities, you know, and anytime they're reporting from any facility about any type of outbreak, I want to remind us that in facilities, they can give the humans in those facilities anything they want. Let's continue.
Yesterday, the Iowa Department of Corrections confirmed at least one case of Mpox has been detected at the Fort Dodge Correctional Facility. The department wouldn't clarify how many cases there are and whether the affected people are staff or inmates, but it says the affected people are receiving care and isolation protocols are in place to prevent the virus from spreading. The type detected at the prison is Mpox clade 2, which has a more than 99.9% survival rate, according to the CDC. The Webster County Health Department says there is very low risk to the public at this time.
In general, for the community, I think this is a very obvious illness and do not need to worry about as you would for any other respiratory virus. I would say this is a virus, skin-to-skin contact, just treated similar to chickenpox.
Scott.
And I like that they keep reminding you, it's like chickenpox. It's chickenpox, okay? It's basically chickenpox. And that's what they're using now. They used the common cold before and that worked. And now they're going to scare you to death with chickenpox, okay? And probably why they only got one case is because they have already gave out these vaccinations and we've already built immunity to these chickenpox. So that's why they can only find the one case there, because it's hard to infect people with the chickenpox when they have already built immunities for it from years ago. So that's why they found that one outbreak. But now that one outbreak is that one outbreak that's really letting y'all know it's done jumped into the jail. But in a locked facility, you can't tell me nothing about in a locked facility what has transpired, because it's a facility and it's locked. So that means you can infect the humans in a locked facility with what you want to. And the only humans that are going to respond to that are the ones that have not been already exposed to it. And like myself, when I was exposed to it at the late age that I was, I'm fine now. I'm okay. Nobody had to mask up. Nobody had to separate. Nobody had to get no shots and injections. And I'm fine. Okay. But I just want to remind you, it's chickenpox.
County Health Department offers Mpox vaccines. An appointment is required, but the department says eligible recipients will be offered same-day access.
And while this one is taking a breath, I want to remind you, there's never going to be not an availability for you to go and get a shot. Okay? But I want to remind you, this is chickenpox. And when I developed chickenpox, almost damn 30 years fucking old, I got the chickenpox. I didn't develop no shingles. I didn't take no shots. I took a bath in Aveeno oatmeal, and I put cocoa butter on my face, and I'm fine. But that's not what they're gonna need now for the chickenpox. Just like with the common cold, they're not gonna need for you to, make you a nice fucking tea and drink that and pull that damn phlegm out of your body. Nope. You need a shot for the common cold, and you're going to need another shot now for the chickenpox. And that's all the fuck it is. All right. And this is my last video here. Okay? And this is from like 3 days ago with the Mpox shots arrive in DRC. Whatever, because they was so adamant about they couldn't get these vaccines to anybody or anything. And from what I've experienced here and what you all have seen here, they don't have a problem getting a vaccine to anybody anywhere on earth. Let's listen.
to Africa Amplified, Bloomberg's monthly show bringing the continent's biggest stories to the world. I'm Jumana Bersachi.
And first of all, before he brings the biggest story to the world, let me bring this little story right here. Look at him. Look at the throat. Look at the shoulders. This looks like a dude in a wig. Okay, I gotta speak on that because that's relevant. This look like a dude in a wig finna tell us about the chickenpox and how it's taking over the whole world and how they have new shots to stop it. So, they want to tell their truth. I want to tell mine too. Let's listen to this dude. Let's continue.
There's a buy-in for Jennifer Zavazaja this week. Now, in the spotlight this month, the Mpox outbreak and how a preventable virus became a global threat. More than 19,000 cases, both confirmed and suspected, and 638 deaths have been reported.
First of all, just look at the numbers right here. Y'all know about number coding, okay? Look at the numbers right here. And I want to remind y'all, did y'all see that throat and that lump going up? Okay.
This year in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the epicenter of the crisis. Now, 4 out of 5 deaths have been in children. The variant has also been found in Burundi, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, Sweden, and Thailand. We'll look at how missteps and inaction have allowed the virus to mutate into a strain that's spreading.
And that's what they want to remind us of, inaction. Because the action would be to make sure everybody gets the shot. Inaction, because everybody's not running to go get the shot to cure them from the fucking chickenpox. Okay, that's what I get. I don't know what y'all get, but this is what I get. Okay, let's keep listening.
More easily between humans, and why it is taking so long for shots to be rolled out to the countries that need them, despite the availability of an effective vaccine. Also coming up, we'll take a closer look at Africa's relationship with China after President Xi welcomed leaders to Beijing this week. China has poured billions into infrastructure projects, giving it unparalleled influence and access to.
And Xi, I don't even know why they even made a point of saying the she, because all I'm seeing is inverts, because I know body structure, arm lengths, and okay, all right.
Resources. We'll explore the future path of relations with the continent's dominant foreign economic power. But first, an update on some of the top stories we're following from across the continent. We'll have the latest from Harare in the south and Kigali in the east, but let's start with news out of West Africa. Nigeria, one of Africa's largest oil producers, which up to now has imported all of its refined oil products, says the new multi-billion-dollar Dangote refinery will start distributing gasoline by the end of this weekend. It is a landmark moment with the potential to transform.
Okay, I don't even know what this story is about, but it's a landmark moment because they're admitting that they can make gas and that they can make gas and distribute it. Okay, that's all I heard. Okay, let's listen.
Form the global market for the fuel. For more, let's bring in our Nigeria Bureau Chief, Anthony Osei Brown in Lagos. Good morning to you, Anthony. First of all, how long is it going to take until the refinery that we spoke about is going to be running near capacity? And what implications is this going to have on the domestic fuel market?
Yeah, the first impact is going to have is improved supply. Right now, Nigeria is in the midst of an acute.
And this is what kills me, is because they've always made gas. I mean, they made gas. They've always made gas. So now they have a facility that's then decided that they're going to tell you that they make fuel. I mean, they got a facility now that's going to tell you that they make fuel and that they can supply it to everybody. But they've been making fuel. I mean, like, I'm just saying, they've been making fuel. They've been making gas. Okay, all right.
Scarcity, there are long queues at fuel stations, basically because the main supplier, the state-owned Nigerian National Petroleum Company, has not been able to supply enough fuel for the country, and so long lines of people.
Okay, so what it is we lack supply of gas or oils or whatever the fuck this one talking about, but we've never lacked supply of nothing. All we've lacked was price adjustments. Okay, they made the prices higher, they made the prices lower, they made the prices higher. They've always been able to provide fuel because they make that. They don't got to dig that up nowhere. They make that, and then they put it in the tanks, and then they serve it out. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with this and why nobody needs to be alarmed about it and why this is breaking news over y'all global pandemic. Okay. In the midst of y'all global pandemic, y'all had time enough to invent a fuel that y'all can make. Okay. All right.
Spending hours and hours at the fuel stations unable to get fuel. So Dangote coming in, hopefully by the weekend, when they expect to start distributing petroleum products across the country, will immediately improve supply.
And why they showed us the garden? You know why? Because every fucking thing is plant-based. So now I guess the fuel they made is plant-based as well. I don't know, but I'm just going by what the fuck I'm seeing in the background. Okay.
Possibly get people out of the long queues at the fuel stations. And at full capacity has enough fuel to meet Nigeria's needs and even export their tech. So that's what we are hoping it happens as soon as they start selling into the Nigerian market. Yeah.
Well, the country's state oil company has said its ability to supply gasoline is being disrupted. What impact has this had on everyday Nigerians?
Yeah, the immediate impact.
First of all, I'm going to tell you the impact I've had on looking at this throat bobble up and down on this drag over here in the left. And I don't understand how making fuel or making gas is an impact, because they have always, like I said, made fuel, made gas, made oil, okay? In a damn facility. They made it. They can make as much of it as they want to, just like with money, when everybody's talking about a money shortage, when all they got to do is slice up some more trees and run it through them fucking machines, and there you go, more money. I don't understand this panic over shit that they make, unless you're not aware that they make this shit and they can mass produce it at any fucking time, like they do that shot. All right.
Is that all Nigerians are lining up currently. If you come into the country, you see long queues at the fuel stations. People are spending 24 hours at the fuel station just to try and be able to fill their cars. It has disrupted businesses. Businesses are not able to operate because of down.
I can't even understand what this one is saying, but I can read. Of course, they're hiking prices and everything. They're hiking prices, holding back the fuel. That's just it. They're holding it back, getting the people in the panic mode because they can't drive their damn cars, and they're holding back fuel. Now that they have told us that they can make the fuel, they're holding it back, and they're hiking up the prices. Why? Because they're letting you know. They have always made fucking fuel. They have always made fucking gas. All the time. I'm sure, and I may not be correct, but I'm thinking you can put some fucking moonshine in your car and run it. I mean, like, I've seen where they've made vehicles where they can run on fucking water. Okay? But water wouldn't kill you as fast and send out fumes to cause the humans any harm. So, of course, they have to make something that can run these vehicles that will put out these fumes that will cause more harms to the humans. And then they want to act like that they had to dig it up or find it somewhere, I don't know, like a fossil or some shit, when all they do is make shit. They make fuel, they make gas. There should never be a shortage of it, ever, because they make it. Just like there should never be a shortage of money, because is there a shortage of trees? There should never be a shortage of tissue, because is there a shortage of trees? The only way that I could see a shortage of money being made is they ran out of ink, the color aid. Other than that, trees are prevalent every fucking where. Okay? The chemicals they use to put together to make fuel is every fucking where. They've been doing it. And now they're just letting you know that they make fuel. And now they're telling you they make fuel. But while they're telling you that, they got to hike up the prices, make you think that, oh my goodness, they had to make this because the fuel was running out. And all they're giving you is the same shit that you've always been getting. The whole fucking time. Okay. Alright.
Are home or struggling to get to the office, and they often get into the office late. Businesses are discussing remote working just because people are not able to get into the office when they should get into the office. Transport fares are more than double. So yeah, the state oil company has been selling fuel cheap to people by subsidizing it. It built up a debt of over $6 billion, and it on Sunday or Monday admitted that is struggling to pay this debt. That's why it's affecting supply. So Dangote is just coming in at the right time. That will help reduce some of the stresses on the economy.
Yeah, certainly appears to be the case. Anthony, thank you for bringing us that report. Anthony S.A. Brown in Lagos. Well, to Southern Africa now, where relief could be on the way for nations battling the fallout from a record El Nino-induced drought. Better rainfall is forecast for the central part of the region, which covers Botswana, central Mozambique, Zambia.
And this is another thing that I used to always think about, even from childhood to now, is like, there's droughts everywhere. When I was watching them deliver all of these shots to these suffering countries with these babies with the flies on them and everything. I was wondering, how come in the fuck y'all can always distribute these shots and stuff, but y'all can't deliver water? Because I learned what irrigation was. And so I was like, why y'all cannot irrigate some water there? But that has never been an option, because the only option has been, they're suffering, everything is drying out, we have to give them a shot. We don't need to irrigate no land to grow nothing to fuck for them to eat. Nope. Just give them a shot, because they're dying, because they're hungry. But we can't irrigate the land and build food for them to eat. Nope, don't do that. Let's just give them those shots, because they're dying. This whole shit seems like bullshit to me, so I'm not going to act like, I'm going to look at it any differently. I'm going to look at it how the fuck I look at it. And I hope you can see what I see too. This is crazy.
And Zimbabwe. The worst dry spell in more than a century has led to livestock deaths, a corn shortfall of at least 3 million tons, and higher food inflation. Let's bring in Bloomberg's Ray Lovu, who is in the Zimbabwean capital, Harare. So, Ray, just put it into context for us. How severe has this drought been, and which nations have been the hardest hit?
Well, thank you, Jumana. So the drought has been very severe because we've seen livestock dying primarily as a result.
And I don't understand how those countries could be set up there. The drought has been very severe. We've seen livestock drought in the drought. And I keep saying, what? Do y'all not know what the fuck irrigation is? I think that's like putting some fucking tubes together and migrating some damn water to some place. I mean, like, it's water all over the fucking earth. Y'all can't irrigate some water? Y'all all around all these fucking oceans and ponds and shit. You can't irrigate no water nowhere. Transport no water. The same planes and boats or wherever the fuck y'all sending the vaccines, y'all can't transport no water to grow no shit. So I don't want to hear none of this shit. This is just how I feel, and I don't even know how long I'm going to do this right here, but okay.
Of stress from the lack of water. We've seen also corn output. Corn is a staple here in Southern Africa that is plunged, as you rightly pointed out, by about 3 million.
And so if they don't got no fucking corn, they going to die to death because they don't have no fucking corn? There's nothing else to fuck to eat but corn? Okay. I can't. I mean, like, I'm looking at this shit right now because, I know they finna spin us into the next fucking pandemic over the chicken pox and spin us into the next panic over drought and famine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking out over the earth and I'm looking at what they've shown me in my 54 years, and I've always had solutions for the dumb shit that they've shown me that they never can seem to come up with all of their intelligence and all of their smart scientists and experts. And nobody thought irrigate some fucking water, set up something to grow something. None of that. You got a whole fucking Italy over there on water. You couldn't irrigate none of the water the fuck from Italy over there to where the fuck is no water at and grow some shit to feed some kids. You couldn't do none of that. None of that. But you can transport boat and plant a fucking shot, but not no water to grow none of those hungry kids with the flies food. Okay, all right.
Tons. So several Southern African countries have had to import corn to supplement food supplies. Some of the countries that are affected, particularly Zambia, Malawi, and Zimbabwe. We've seen also devastation in Botswana and Namibia. In the case of Namibia, wildlife as well has been affected.
I just want to know, is any oceans by where all these people's, because it got to be some type of ocean or water somewhere, because we all got these plants from right here. And where in the fuck is the water coming from there? And I want to, again, reiterate irrefugation. Y'all can't bring no water into where it's at. Y'all around all these damn oceans. And y'all not trying to drink the water. You just trying to use the water to grow the food. And so what? The salty water don't grow fucking food? I mean, like, what the fuck is okay. I'm just saying. I mean, like, this is how I think. I'm like, you showing me bullshit and you want me to suck it down and I can't. Because I want to understand. We got fucking countries on water. And we got certain places where people are dying because there's not no water. Hook some fucking hoses together. Y'all got fucking submarines. Hook them motherfuckers up and transport the water to where the fuck you need it to be to grow food for the people. But instead of you doing that, you want us to look at how they dying to death over there because of the droughts. How everything is just running out because of the droughts. And you got whole fucking countries on water. You can't irrigate no water nowhere. You got whole fucking countries and continents near water. You can't irrigate no water nowhere. And you know what? I'm in this now. But to me, they just showing you more and more shit to cause you panic, to cause you fear, to cause you to run out to do what they want you to do. The same way they did you with the COVID, aka coronavirus, aka common fucking cold. The same way they trying to do you now with this monkeypox, aka chicken pox, aka they made up a fucking pox, small pox, chicken pox, now monkeypox. Same shit. We lived through all of that shit, just like we lived through the common cold. But how many of y'all gonna forget that shit and go run and line up? I'm here to say, look at shit, okay? Look at it. Use your fucking brain. Don't run to the bullshit. Y'all be safe out here. I love you.